What's up, everybody? I'm gonna set up my headphones a little bit. Got a headphone issue right now. Check 1, 2. How's that? How's everybody doing? Get to the top room. Yeah, shout out to Dank. What up, Dank? Love you too, brother. Flatlander, what's up, man? Yo, New Perspective, what's good, brother? Nice, Pack Sander, what's cracking? Yeah, actually, you know what? I was thinking about just discussing law, getting all back into the illegal shit. You know what I mean? Talking about that stuff. I was thinking, it's kind of crazy how it's kind of, we kind of still don't, I think, fully grasp it, and I think we need to. And what do you call it? Let's see here. So freaking many times I've discussed it though. Law it up, yeah, New Perspective. Because here's the thing, right? It's like it's all about the agreement between the parties. And so when you understand that, take right now, what's key is you look at this AG Barr said that there are not going to be any public prosecutions against these members of government that may have done corruption, committed corruption, because those kinds of things would be handled in a military tribunal because they're on the private Check 1, 2. All right, this thing keeps going in and out. But yeah, the idea of government just means mind control. Oh shit, what's up, Dan W? And understanding offer and acceptance. And so I sound like a broken record, but I'm gonna, I could say it all again 1,000 times. Is the idea that you only have 4 doors for every commercial offer, and everything is a commercial offer, and the 4 doors are acceptance, conditional acceptance, and those are in honor. And then you have silence and argument, or argument and silence, door 3 and door 4, and those are dishonor. So anything that's a dishonor is not going to be respected. So silence or argument is not really going to be accepted, right? So how do you use either acceptance or conditional acceptance? Well, acceptance is kind of like submission. So if I ask you, hey, what's your name? And if you don't tell me in 5 seconds, I'm going to smack you in the mouth, right? That's a commercial offer. And the information is the commodity. Pardon me one second. So the information is the commodity. So being that the information is the commodity, if somebody were to ask you, what's your name, and if you don't tell me in 5 seconds, I'm going to smack you in the mouth, and you tell them your name, that's kind of an act of submission, and you have no real counter offer. And the counter offer, to a conditional acceptance really is a counter offer, and a counter offer, has to be respected. And so if somebody were to say, hey, what's your name? And if you don't tell me in 5 seconds, I'm going to smack you in the mouth, you might say, hey, I'd love to tell you my name, because the Bible says, agree with thine adversary quickly. Just like the Bible is a law book, actually, a lot of people don't know. But it says, agree with thine adversary quickly, Matthew 5:25. So I'd love to give you my name, so long as you give me your name first. And if you don't, I'll smack you in the mouth. That's a conditional acceptance. I'm willing to tell you my name if you're willing to tell me yours. I'm willing to wear a mask in your store so long as you're willing to accept a $10,000 penalty for depriving my rights under the color of law. You know what I'm saying? Are we down? Are you going to give me my money? If not, let the record show you may agree I should seek formal resolution. Now, seeking formal resolution is another story. Because seeking formal resolution, you have to understand that the courts operate in paperwork. So the courts operate the paper. Yo, what up, Shroomy? Big up, Shroomy. The courts operate in the paperwork, so you have to have paperwork in regarding to any claim. So if you, let's say we're going into a store and they were going to say you have to wear a mask or else we're not going to let you come in here, and then you said, hey, I'd love to wear a mask as long as you could show me that you're not depriving my rights under the color of law, and it becomes a standstill position, you might want to go home and write a letter about everything that just happened. And then you would go to a notary, and you would notarize it, and you would send or make your offer, which would be written in a certain way. You know, something like, hi, I went and visited your store on this day, and it appears that your people wouldn't let me go shopping because they said I had to wear a mask, and I asked them to show me how it wasn't a deprivation of my rights under the color of law, and they refused me. You know, and it appears that your company may have been, or you know, your agent so and so did this, you know, didn't let me shop there today because I wouldn't wear a mask. You'd write your letter to the CFO, because the CFO is the one who can make the agreement on behalf of the company. So, pardon me. So, you'd write a letter to the CFO and you say, hey, look, so-and-so down at the freaking store that you got said I can't go in and shop because I wouldn't wear a mask. And could you show, and they may have agreed to a $10,000 penalty for depriving me of my rights under the color of law, right? And, you know, please respond in 20 days under notary seal, proving to me that your client didn't deny me the opportunity to shop in your store for failing to wear a mask and thereby denying me equal protection under the law, or else it may be agreed that you owe $10,000 and I should seek formal resolution in a courtroom. And that's where, you know, because like I did this one time at the shop and the lady got really offended and she was all like, you know, I just work here, da-da-da-da-da. And I thought to myself, you know, I'm just trying to shop here. You know what I mean? And you're going to tell me, like, you know, it's nothing personal against you that I'm going to, you know, potentially, you know, your company may be liable for $10,000. It's nothing personal. Just like it wasn't personal when you told me I wouldn't be able to come in your store. You know, it's nothing personal, right? You were just telling me I can't come into your store because I wasn't wearing a mask. That's not personal. So fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Children wear fucking masks at school. This is gonna be a fucked up society, man. Y'all better step the fuck up and wake up, man. You know what I mean? At least understand, like, you know, you have rights. You know, you have rights. And, you know, this is what I've said to all the international community. Hold up. Yeah. All right, check. Yeah. Yeah, I'll pick up all the old school. What up, Cigar? What up, Big Mac? What up, GM? If you in the building, I can't see shit. Calm down. Right on, brother. Yeah, so, yo. Jesus Christ. Yo, what up, Flat Earth Revolution? What's good, everybody? So if you were to make an offer Yo, quit it. If you were to make an offer, let's say to the CFO of the company that's not going to fucking serve you for wearing a mask, for not wearing a mask, you might write like, hey, I came to your store on this date at this time, and so, Jimmy or Jilly or whoever the fuck, said that I can't shop here for not wearing a mask. Well, if that's the case, then let the record show your client may have agreed to a $10,000 penalty for deprivation of rights under the color of law. And like the AG, the Attorney General, has said, the Constitution is not suspended, even like in a crisis. So this is like, if people don't understand how to bark back the system, then they're going to continually encroach all the fucking the way that they can. And that's why this is like the perennial struggle for freedom, because either you're going to stand up and understand your rights. Oh yeah, and this is what I was getting into. The international community, like if you're not in the U.S., look to the U.S. Constitution and the United States Code for your protections, because you're protected under the same protections, but they may be under different codes in different countries. That said, you might want to cite those codes in your different country, but that does not, just because you don't know the code, doesn't mean that someone has the rights to the liberty to take away your rights. So if you understand that and you understand offer and acceptance and how to negotiate with these people, then I think we can easily bark back the system and get the so-called quote-unquote anarchy that all the romanticists are dreaming of. Because if you had that understanding of your own, like it's hard to know who we are if we don't understand our own rights. It's hard to know who you are at the workplace if you don't know what you're at liberty to do. You know what I mean? If you have to ask somebody to go, what position are you in the game? And there's nothing wrong with any of the positions to a certain extent, so long as they're not violating your inherent rights to seek life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. And so I think if we understood, let's say with the mask issue or any other issue, they have a legal protocol, and that legal protocol prohibits them from doing certain things. But we have forgotten the legal protocol that protects us, and we've acquiesced to whatever they say goes. When in reality, we have the right to ask for any genuine accusatory charging instrument for our inspection so that we could discharge any encumbrance on the person. Because as the priority security interest holder, pursuant to the Uniform Commercial Code, which is the laws of any state under bankruptcy under these financial systems like the IMF, you can pretty much discharge any debt because of the historicity of the whole fucking thing. Like, this is the thing, is where people don't want to go back to 1215. 1215, where the Pope, look, for all the people that are quoting the Magna Carta was considered null and void by the Pope in fucking 1216 or 1215, right after it was written. You know what I mean? And the King of England accepted it. And there's a whole bunch of hidden history. But that's almost irrelevant in certain ways that we can understand to navigate our system, i.e. conditional acceptance. Understanding that the Bible is a law book, and in Matthew 5:25, Jesus says, agree with thine adversary quickly. If someone says, here, eat this shit sandwich, you might say, I'd love to, so long as you eat half of it first, you give me $10 million, you know what I mean? You let me have the house you live in, all the property that you're ever going to own. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, make a deal that, is just hard to accept. But we don't fully understand it. And I think that's really the crux of it. But I don't know. The details are really what the kicker is. You know what I'm saying? The details are what the kicker, because everyone tries to get lost in the details. When in reality, you have to understand that everything is an offer. And you're only going to go through 4 fucking doors. And I don't care what the offer is. There's only 4 doors to go through. And when you understand those 4 doors and you understand the language and how to deal with the conditional acceptance of any offer, life becomes so much more fucking entertaining. You know what I mean? Big up to the chat room. Jojo5G, what up? Yo, Cigar Face, big up, man. Yes. Big up everyone in the chat room here. Uber, what's good? Yeah, big up all everyone up in here, man. Fuck yeah, 19 of y'all. Fuck yeah. We start talking that law shit. You know what I mean? Because this is the shit we need to know. I mean, I don't know what it is, man. It's just good to see everybody here. I like to be able to have a place where we can come and chill. What up, FaZe? How you doing, sir? Fuck yeah, good to see everybody up in here. I fucking miss y'all, man. I miss the good old days, man. We used to sit around and shit, talk shit all on like Google Hangouts and shit, and Discord, and fucking crack jokes, and everybody was all good, man. You know, man. I hope we don't have to let this life shit destroy friendships or any of it, man. Everyone's like, coming along, and I fucking shout y'all out, man. You're fucking awesome. Nice, Dan the Waterman. What's up, brother? Yeah, man. Fuck yeah. Alina. What's happening, Alina? Shoot everybody up in here. This is lovely. Oh shit, she got helicopters. Right on, man. You know? Yeah, it's crazy, man. What's kind of going on right now in the whole politics and shit too. You know? It's so crazy. I started thinking how it's like it's hunting season and like everyone's talking about Hunter. So if like people are looking up like Hunter, like, hiding in the woods, you know what I mean? They're going to come up with fucking like pictures of Hunter Biden smoking crack. That shit's fucking hilarious. And then, I mean, big up to, but here's the other side of this too. And this is where I don't want people that think I'm a fucking Q tard or fucking Trump tard, that shit. Cause I dig Q and I dig the Trump shit is, oh, where the fuck was I gonna go with this? Like, the idea of like, politics. Damn, man, where the fuck was I gonna kind of muse off with that? Just this system of how like we're not like. When was the last time, you worked for a company and you got to vote on who the president was? Of that company. That doesn't actually happen, right? So, like, if you think of it, like, U.S. citizens are employees of the United States. That's Title 5, 552A or some shit like that. And, so, I think of it like, I was going to make another point, though. There's a different point I was going to make about this. Like, the politics. Shit sounds dope though. I like that. I don't know. It's like there's so many layers to this. There's like a republic and a democracy. So like the republic, like right now, like they're saying like this. Oh yeah, this is what I was gonna get into. Like the idea of what MK Ultra is. You know what I mean? MK Ultra. What people think of is like one person, like, being MK Ultra'd and like, mind controlled. And, that's totally fucking probably what they've done and what the fuck. But in my opinion, MK Ultra kind of was about using the television to get everyone immersed in politics of the federal government. Because the federal government has no authority in the locality where most people's persons reside. So like, if you're immersed in the international politics of the United States, then you're not really paying attention to the local politics. So if we're in tune with the local politics, that's where you can make, some kind of an adjustment, some kind of a change, But their goal is to get us to deal with the federal government, because the federal government, the only purpose of the federal government essentially was so that that these 50 United States could have an international representation. So the federal government was only for an international representation. So to be immersed in the federal government's politics, as interesting as it is, to me is what MK Ultra was really all about, because it gets you immersed in the politics that are so far away and so far removed from what you can actually affect. So it doesn't mean that I also right now, I support Trump. I support Q. I like what's going on. I'm down for religious liberty. That's the whole dope shit about the flat earth, is that it puts to the forefront the concept of religious liberty. Because your cosmology directly affects your philosophy. Your religion, quote, if you will. How you look at the world every day, right? So that's what's so fucking dope. And then also too, I look at it like, the flat Earth. If the flat Earth be true, because only God knows the shape of the fucking Earth, man. But if flat Earth be true, it's like it's another example of the public believing one thing and the private intellectual thinking and being allowed to think another thing. Because so many people were called, like, I mean, think of it like, so many people that would consider themselves like pro-America that hate flat earthers because they reject, let's say, the moon landing or something like that. It's it goes against the real principles of what our foundation was about, because as a flat earther, I would be considered a heretic. And this country was created to protect the heretics. You know what I mean? It was created to protect people that thought differently than the church. So if you're compelling someone to fucking think something, how are you not just like the people that persecuted Galileo, for an idea? Oh shit, what's up? The chat's blowing up. Big up Pele, man. Fruity, what's up? Anders Ace in the building. Himawari, yeah. What's up, everybody? So cosmology, so this is what I was going to get to. Like, so I look at it like, in the courtroom, you have this private side and a public side. And in the public side, it appears as though it's this like military tribunal, with the gold fringe flag and all the rest of it. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to look at it like that, like putting a boot on you. And then you have the republic. And what I think we've collectively done is forgotten. Well, you can't even collectively do it. Only as an individual can you enter into the realm of the republic. It's like if you show up at the DMV and the line is halfway around the fucking wall, but Sherry at the fucking counter because you guys went to high school together and she's been trying to be your friend forever. You might be able to get in front of the line and get your DMV shit straightened out quicker than everyone else. Publicly, there's a fucking line around the block, but in the republic, you might know Sherry, and Sherry's gonna hook you up. So, like, this is the republic, man. Welcome to the fucking show. Welcome to the republic, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what up, Sir Fev? Right on, man. Yeah, it's funny watching like people talk about, I got demonetized. It's like, welcome to the club, buddy. You know what I mean? We got demonetized and shut down and fucking everything all over the whole fucking time they've been trying to shut us down. Yeah, hey, Fruity. It's good to see you. And thank you. Yeah, big up everyone here, man. You guys make all this shit fun. I only even fucking come out here because I met you guys in the first place. And I enjoy the conversations, and I kind of been zoning out playing music. But what up, Steve Harthen? I like coming and just playing the music because I feel like we've discussed it all 1,000 times. But still, like this law shit, I think it's always been so prevalent to me. I've always thought it's the most important subject, regardless of your opinion about the fucking shape of the earth or whatever the fuck you think. Legally, all of us have to defend our individual families so that we can collectively all be free. But we're not going to collectively be free by passing off the responsibility to somebody else. You're going to collectively be free because every fucking individual is irreproachable. You know what I'm saying? Like, just fucking perfect, just on point. And that's what's so cool about the system. Like, one of the philosophical founding fathers of the system, Descartes, he said, I think, therefore I am. So that implies that he who does not think is nothing. Much like the fucking 13th Amendment. The 13th Amendment says there shall be no involuntary servitude. which means that there is voluntary servitude. There's no involuntary servitude, but there is voluntary servitude. Get in the back of the car. Okay. Somebody say get in the back of the car. You might say, hey, well, do you have any genuine accusatory charging instrument, or wouldn't you be denying me equal protection due process of law? And show cause why any attorney wouldn't dismiss the case on the grounds that you may all be liable for $10,000 for deprivation of rights under the color of law. Like, these are the terms and the language of our system that we need to comprehend, much like we had to comprehend the fucking concepts of the cosmology. It's complicated. It's like I've said too, like, I wish, where people have said, why is it so complicated? Why is it got to be so whatever? Why can't it be simple? It's like a transmission, man. If you can make a transmission that works easier than the way that they build it, you'll be a fucking millionaire. But because it does what it does and it has to do what it do, it is what it is, right? Fuck. Yeah. Big up everyone in the chat. Allison, what's cracking? Yeah, him a worry. Right on. Wonder what you think about. I haven't seen a pandemic investigation committee in Germany that brings conclusions and plans of judicial action. Well, this is what I was going to get into too. I don't think you're going to see anybody get arrested, like AG Barr said. Nobody's like Hillary and all that, because they were working for the private side of the government. You know what I mean? They were the private side of the government, so the public can't see what's going to happen. It's going to be the military that handles the treason. Because publicly, they were not operating in the public capacity of their person. Therefore, charges can't be levied against their person, because it wasn't that person. What's the term? It's like what's the term? It's like damn, I can't think of it. But it's like when they're in the capacity for the federal government, working for the federal government, they're not in the public citizens capacity. In the public citizens capacity, they would be brought, charges could be brought against them in the public code system. But because it's for a private republic, there is no code other than, conquest be the whole of the, that's it, man. Like the law of conquest. Like, once you get out of the realm of law, you enter into the realm of kings, which is almost like the realm of the jungle, because anything fucking goes, because there's no actual, there's no judge. That's why, that's why even like they call a sovereign or sovereign, or like, the definition of court, the court, the definition of court in Black's Law Dictionary is the residence of the sovereign. And sovereign just means authority. So wherever the authority is. So the reason we have the rule of law is to establish some semblance of authority so that the weak aren't taken out by the strong, if you will. It gives everybody an opportunity. Nothing is equal, but we have equal opportunity under the law. But that kind of concept, like we have equal opportunity. That's what we're afforded. And that opportunity may be jack shit, but it's better than in nature, man. It's like, when people talk about hunting, like, people talk about, hunting is inhumane and this. Do you ever seen like a fucking, like coyotes or whatever pull apart a deer while the deer's alive? It's brutal, man. The jungle is brutal. And like, I think having a semblance and a rule of law is a good thing. And I think when we come to appreciate it, we'll, I think, better navigate the system. And like, we won't be so against the system. Because I think just like I've said before, it's like, I forget the guy's name, the founder of quantum mechanics or whatever, he said the first sip of the natural sciences will make one an atheist. But at the bottom of the glass, God's waiting for you. And I feel like that same way with the legal system. At the first study of law, you fucking hate the system. But once you get but at the bottom of the glass, God is waiting for you. Remember, we live in an ecclesiastical system. In a courtroom that says, in God we trust. On the money, it says, in God we trust. And when some person goes before the court and the person asks, and the judge says, "Who are you?" Instead of even saying like, or even considering it, like, well, am I not a child of God first and foremost, here to settle any matter between the parties? Instead, what we identify as is this citizen thing. I mean, which exclusively, which is fine if you want to identify it as, but to identify it philosophically, exclusively, is to wrap yourself into, this, this concretism, this, like the idea that, if you notice, certain people, they don't think they have a soul. And I think they try to unify the physical with the soul. And when you try to, when you don't recognize the differences, you're going to hate, you're going to throw the baby out with the bathwater. And that's a shame, Yeah, cigar face and guns and money. Yeah. Well, hey, man, they secure liberty, man. You can make trade with your neighbor and defend yourself. I'm down with the guns and the money. I think, but, excuse me. Yeah, my dogs are bugging. Let's see here.
intangible. The sun. Ooh. Shout out to Validation Boy. The sun is totally intangible. Could get there if you really want to, but you don't want to. You just want to come on down, complain about nothing anywhere. Let me say, yeah, but the sun, it's got to be tangible. Get there if you really wanted to. Should've joined the military, cause I'm going into the Air Force so you could join NASA, become an astronaut. Cause anyone can be an astronaut. Anyone, anyone, anyone. Anyone can be an astronaut. Anyone can be an astronaut.
You guys back? I don't know if you guys are there. My phone died. Just par for the course. Check 1, 2. Alright, you guys there? Fucking A, my phone died. Oh my god. Oh, I can't fucking win, Nick. Yeah, well, fuck it. I'm gonna hang out for a minute. Fucking A, what up, Allison? Yeah. Fucking bullshit. It sucks. Play it again. You know what? I'll play it. I'll play it again when I get a little bit of juice on my battery, cause my freaking my battery died on my phone. Two down the flat Earth. Yeah, right. Yeah, nah, it's all good. You know, it's funny. Like, yeah, it's always funny. Let's see. Yeah, it sucks too. I was all getting into it. Whenever I'm fucking getting into it, I just can't fucking win. I just cannot win. That's what's like, you know. Just convinced. You know, just work a 9 to 5. Fucking give it up. That's what I feel like, you know. You know what's gonna be nice though? When this shit opens back up, man. Like, you know, I hope shit opens up, and I hope these fucking people get rid of their masks and they fucking wake up. And all the people that understand this legal shit start helping people out and start suing the shit out of every corporation that fucking thinks they can deprive us our rights under the color of law. And I think we'll be all right. Thank you for everyone tuning back in. I thought I fucking lost everybody. I was like, oh, yay. But thankfully the phone started back up. It sucks the, what's up, Manny? How you doing, brother? Haha, Uber. Yeah. But yeah, let's see, you still on? Cool. Yeah, the mask shit is retarded. This is so sad too that they fucking making kids wear masks at school. Hey yo, did y'all see some video with like people dancing at some high school reunions, like with their backs to each other? I don't know if that was real or what the fuck. I don't know if that was because of COVID or fucking people being retarded or what the fuck. What happened there? Did anyone see that shit? Yeah, FaZe. FaZe is all down with the Trump plan. You know, he kind of really swallowed that pill. He's really gone full bore with the whole Trump 2020 trust the Q plan. I get it. I'm not too far into it as some of you guys are out there, like FaZe, but it's interesting. No, FaZe, I don't know. God bless you, man. Who the fuck knows what's going on, man? I don't fucking know. 10 days of darkness. You know what I was thinking was, what if like the 10 days was like actually the 10 months of like the 10 months of of the COVID. You know, like the 10 days of darkness would be like the 10 months of COVID, because the fucking that, because I'm convinced what they look, understanding the financial system is a whole nother fucking story in certain regards, because there's like just taboo shit that fucks with people's heads, and I don't think people are ready for half of it. But and I say that about history regarding countries and money and what people think, because really, if we create, like, if the people generate the currency by giving over, let's say, the indented deed document, the birth certificate, and this is what's interesting about that, is that you give the birth certificate over to the federal government, they send you a social security card. On the back of that social security card is a letter and 8 numbers. And if you pick up any dollar bill, you're gonna see a letter and 8 numbers on that dollar bill, because that dollar was printed off of that individual's birth certificate that was given to the federal government. So you created the funds for you to go work for the benefit of society. That's how people remember 1935, Hitler was Time Man of the Year. So listen to it like this. Everyone got an SS number. Right? Everyone got an SS number. Right? A fucking, the SS, you know what I mean? Everyone got a social security number. 1935, like around about that time, and then we entered the bankruptcy, and that's why they created the Uniform Commercial Code as the language of the bankruptcy. But the point is that in international law, there's only 3 years or 3 terms of 70-year loan agreements. The United States has gone through 3 terms. So because the public thinks that China owns the debt, this whole COVID shit is going to be blamed on China, and China is going to have to forgive the national debt. And that'll be the storyline on the public side. But on the private side, the real history side, the republic side, that's where the, it's going to be actual it's a debt forgiveness between a bunch of nations who have agreed to these agreements. Much like people talk about the Antarctic Treaty, the Cold War was going on, but everyone still held up the Antarctic Treaty. So, it's kind of just interesting when you look at it. Oh, I thought these were arch enemies, but then they over here are having agreements going on. It's interesting. So what is the real story? Well, I happen to think the public side of the story is going to be that because of COVID, China's going to have to forgive all the debt. And America's economy is going to go through the fucking roof. We're going to fucking have an awesome time, in my opinion. That's what I think is going to fucking happen, So the 10 months of darkness, 10 days of darkness, I forget who just brought that up. But that idea has sparked in me the idea of the 10 months of darkness. This fucking COVID, wear a mask, fucking bullshit. The longest 15 weeks ever kind of thing. Right. Something like that. Hey, Susie Sue. What up? What's up, Hitch? Big up everyone here. Is a positive attitude part of the plan? Well, I look at it like, I love that line. It's like, I believe that there's a small group of highly intelligent men who actually run the world, and it's me and my friends. That's the kind of concept I look at it. Like, I like how Robert Anton Wilson put it. I think we can directly affect the world around us. That's why I said earlier, I prefaced this by talking about the MK Ultra concept as, a way to get people interested in federal politics that actually has no authority where they live. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Gathica Sea Eagle, big up. You know, like that was the whole trick. And I mean, I get it. But then in a certain sense, in a philosophical sense, like we have to have our beacons of, of what we stand for. And that's why the idea of religious liberty is so important. And there's only one fucking party talking about it. Now, whether or not voting makes a fucking difference, the point is it's the idea that these ideas enter into the general public, and then we have to interact with these fucking people. And I would hope that people would have a tolerant, religious liberty loving type of approach, because that's the kind of population I'd want to live around. You know, not a bunch of fucking angry, fucking, argumentative people that know it all. You know? Like, if you think you know it all, like, I mean, granted, like, I espouse some of this legal shit, like, I fucking know it all, but I don't know it all, and I fucking, I'm an idiot, you know what I mean, in a lot of ways, so it's like, I'm not trying to say, like, I fucking know it all, but I think, like, once you think, I don't know, with the legal shit, I feel like I know quite a bit, and I want to expand on that information, because I want everyone to be up to speed, so that if everyone were up to speed on what I'm talking about, maybe you guys would see something different that I don't see. And we could discuss it. But I haven't really found too many heads that even will hear me out without fucking trying to tell me how fucking wrong I am before we even get to the musings of what we could do about it. Damn, I don't know. But if you think you know it all, like, go fuck yourself. But if we understood terms like, if we understood terms and we took them seriously in the sense of, imagine if you're a soul in a body and that soul has legal authority over all the corporeal things in this world, how would you behave? And if you lived in a tolerant society who accepted your religious persuasion and you operated on it wholeheartedly, what makes you think they wouldn't respect it? Especially in a courtroom that says, "In God we trust." It says, "In God we trust" on the money. The only person that doesn't believe in God when they go into the courtroom is the fucking person going in. Because they say, "Well, who are you?" You're like, "Well, I'm so-and-so and I live at 123 B Street." Well, technically, where do you live, right? Don't you live in your body? So if I say to you, "Where do you live?" and you say, "Oh, I live at 123 B Street," you're a fucking liar, right? You'd be lying. Now, just because your intent and the way that you perceive it doesn't understand that, doesn't mean you're not lying. Just because there's no deceit doesn't mean that you're not telling an untruth. Wish I had better battery, because then I could freaking use this microphone and play some music. Big up everyone here. Shroomy in the building. Man, so good to see everybody. Fuck yeah, it's good to see y'all, man. 30 people. It's probably the most people I've had watching in a while. Fucking A. I've had like such poor internet too. So it always kind of sucks with that shit. Yo, ADR, what's up, ADR? What's going on? Good to see you, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's good to see everyone here. Yeah, we were talking about some legal stuff, like, yeah, Shroomy, good to see you, brother. Like, just the whole idea of wearing a fucking mask. Like, if somebody's gonna fucking tell you that you can't go into a store, or if somebody's gonna tell one of my family members or somebody in my fucking, whatever, they can't go somewhere because they're not gonna wear a mask, well then that, you know what I mean? Like, hey, wouldn't you be depriving, me and mine equal protection under the law, under the color of law? Wouldn't you, like, and just knowing what that fucking means, and then understanding that, the paperwork really does make a difference. Because the courts see that you wrote a letter, and then this person is not gonna respond. Because you're gonna say, hey, show me how you didn't deprive me equal protection under the law. Yo, what up, Slovinger? Trash the plan, he said. I'm not trashing shit. Yo, this is like, I look at it like, it's funny too, because for everyone who disses Trump, like, I don't know about you, man, but I was in like the protest community for a long time. And this is the first time that there's a president that's actually talking about bringing the troops home and not having us go to war with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That to me has probably ever been my only political issue, was like, end the wars, bring the troops home. Trump, it seems, has ended wars and brought the troops home. You know what I mean? I don't know why people hate on that. I don't get it. Oh yeah, forgive me, ADR. Trash the play. Yeah, all good. I just think of it like, seriously, though, just something to, yeah, whatever. I don't know. It's just funny to me that people would not be about somebody who's in, the wars. Yeah, legal shit. Like, we're so fucking free, I think. You know what I'm saying? And I think once we grasp how fucking free we are with all this Trump, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Like, honestly, when I first came out here, I thought Hillary was gonna win, and people would be talking to like AI robots on the fucking street that were saying that they were cops. You know what I mean? And if they are, then I want to see a charging instrument. You know what I mean? All that shit like that. Upon proof of claim, failure to provide said instrument wouldn't be a denial of equal protection due process of law. And upon proof of claim, we wouldn't agree to dismiss the case. Alina, you were for Trump 4 years ago, but now, yeah, I mean, I get it. Like, this is what's so dope about Trump, and this is what this is what I dig about it. It's like, on the campaign trail, right, he was like ragging on about like almost like Seth Rich and WikiLeaks and dropping all this fucking information to people. And then when they asked him in the White House, like, oh, have you heard of WikiLeaks? And he's like, WikiLeaks? Oh, what's that? It's like, dude, give the guy a break. He's amongst like a den of thieves. You know what I mean? When people are like, oh, he talks like a certain way and this, that. Yeah, he's like fluffing it up for a bunch of retards. You know what I mean? But I think like most people know what the fuck is going on. It's like when they asked him about QAnon, he's like, well, I don't know what you're talking about. Well, think of capacity. As the president of the United States, he doesn't know what's going on. As the fucking private citizen, Donald Trump, he probably knows what the fuck's going on. And he's entitled to that. And so are you. So is everybody. You're entitled to your professional persona, your person, and you're entitled to your religious liberty, which is your mind. And this is American principles. And that's why America is the shit. Because America stands up for those principles and gives you the opportunity to. And I've done it. I've seen how the judges fucking respect this shit. I've seen how lawyers pay money when it's fucking time to pay. Because they understand the ramifications, especially when you put in your paperwork that it's going to be treble damages should you seek formal resolution. It's just fucking interesting the way people understand that talk. They understand definitions like tortious interference. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna fuck with somebody's business or somebody's money, well, that's a fucking crime, that's a penalty anyway under the Uniform Commercial Code. And never mind the state code and the United States code and all the rest of it. Yeah. Journey's Wake, what up? Yeah, Uber. Yeah, I mean, I know some of the conspiracy heads, it's like shit. I saw some little video where they were talking about, like, what if Hillary was already arrested? Like, fucking, what if all this shit already went down? And like I said, like, there's the public side of things and the private side of things. And on the private side of things, in certain political realms, it's like, dude, it's like, this shit's war. It's like, look at Gary Webb. Gary Webb was going to expose how the CIA was bringing fucking cocaine to LA, and he shot himself twice in the head. Why? Right? I don't know, it's just interesting. But oh, Alina, judging from across the pond. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's not that I support like a politician even. It's like it's just what I see the almost like the landscape of the country, like what's being allowed to let go. Hold on. It's good to see you. Yeah.
I get you as and sister. Let me open your eyes. Let me ask you kiss and tell you all the lies, all the lies, all the lies. Tell you all the lies, all the lies. Just got put down my phone to step outside. Let me take you home. I'll get you my sugar and surprise. You let me open your eyes. And if you ask me why, let me kiss you and tell you all the lies. down your head. This is only ground. Let me take you there. I'll get you answers and advice. You let me open your eyes, and if you ask me why, let me kiss you and tell you all the lies, all the lies, all the lies. You are the lies. Tell you all the lies. Tell you all the lies. Tell you all the lies. But I come down and I said, baby, don't leave. But you couldn't lie every time. You said, baby, don't leave. But I come down so sure. And I said, don't you feel? But and I said, no, but you not just my Look so good, look so good. so good to me. Look so good to me. Look so good to me. You look so good to me. Look so good to me. I don't know what I love about you. Look so good to me. Look so good to me. Look so good to me.
Hold up, everybody. Oh shit, Monique, what's good, Monique? Yeah, I hope the sound is alright. I don't know how the fuck it sounds. My phone died midstream before, so I was like, yay. So, thankfully, I even got this going right now. I'm surprised it kept it going. Oh, cool. Yeah, big up Alina. Everybody here tuned in. I'm probably gonna step out too in a little bit. You know, everybody up in the air. You guys are fucking awesome. I've been working on this one song. It's a cover song. A fucking cover song. See if I can fucking do it.
Check. Daddy worked like a new 9 to 5 chemical. Fucked up his back, couldn't work anymore. Said one of these days you'll get out of these hills. Keep your nose to the grindstone. I'm the see the ways of this world that bring you tears. Keep the Lord in your heart. You got nothing to fear. Live the best that you can. Don't lie, don't steal. Keep your nose to the grindstone. I'm the pills. Daddy, I didn't try. I just can't catch a break. It's too much in this world. Can't seem to shake. I remember all they bring me the chills. Keep your nose to the grindstone, man. I don't pills.
All right, I'm gonna get moving, everybody. Big up. Thank you, everyone tuned in. Yay. For anything, we shall do it again. Thank you, everyone, coming over here. I appreciate it, man. You guys are fucking awesome. We'll do it again soon. And yeah, get some rest, get some sleep. I'm gonna get some sleep right now. All right, peace. Y'all have a good weekend. Forward. Thanks, everybody.